A sloth story tries to charm its way into the crowded field of family-friendly animation, but ends up plodding along like the sloths it stars, delivering a sluggish and uninspired tale that fails to captivate kids or adults. Directed by Ricard Cussó and Tania Vincent, this latest entry in the Tales from Sanctuary City franchise follows Laura, a hyperactive sloth, and her slow-living family, as they relocate to the big city in a rusty food truck, after a storm wipes out their home. What sounds like a recipe for quirky fun, instead turns into a bland and overstuffed stew of predictable morals and half-baked humor. The film's biggest sin is its inability to commit to a coherent tone or pace. Laura's boundless energy clashes awkwardly with her family's laid-back vibe, but rather than mining this for clever comedy or emotional depth, the script just lurches between manic antics and syrupy sentimentality. The central conflict, which is pitting the family's slow-cooked traditions against the fast food empire, feels like a tired retread of countless heart versus hustle kids movies. Leslie Jones brings some spark to her villainous role, but even her sassy delivery can't salvage dialogue that's more clunky than clever. Visually, this movie is a letdown. The animation leans on a cheap and plasticky aesthetic that makes the characters look like knockoff toys rather than living creatures. The food truck dishes, meant to tempt the audience, are rendered as lifeless blobs, undercutting the film's culinary theme. Sanctuary City itself lacks personality, coming off as a generic urban backdrop, instead of a vibrant world worth exploring. The storm sequence that kicks things off has a flicker of excitement, but it's quickly smothered by the film's plodding middle act. The voice cast tries hard, but they're stuck with one-note roles. Laura is all frenetic shouting with little substance, while her parents slog through lines that feel ripped from a parenting handbook. The supporting characters, including a parade of city animals, are forgettable filler, and the film's attempt at a big emotional payoff lands with the thud of a reheated cliché. Even the soundtrack is a snooze, relying on generic upbeat tunes that fade into the background. At 90 minutes, this movie feels both rushed and endless, cramming in subplots about identity, family unity, and corporate greed, without giving any of them room to breathe. It's not offensively bad, just aggressively mediocre, the kind of movie that will keep kids distracted for an afternoon, but leave parents checking their watches. For a story about sloths, it's ironically lacking in chill, trying too hard to be everything at once, and ending up as nothing memorable. It's not worth to spend time to watch this, unless you need something to distract your kids. We do not recommend this movie at all.